Hello, my name is Levi Chick. This is an instructional video on the reference database PsycINFO. This presentation was originally recorded and uploaded April 12th, 2013. The objectives of this presentation are to first introduce the database PsycINFO, define the purpose of the database PsycINFO, define the nature and what materials can be found in PsycINFO, and demonstrate how to search on the database PsycINFO, and then last, to relate how PsycINFO might be important to reference librarians. Here is the homepage for PsycINFO. The homepage already has a lot of information about the database, as you can see on it. PsycINFO is a product of the American Psychological Organization. The APA is the largest organization of psychologists in the US. The APA also has a lot of weight within the community of psychology. It is similar to, for example, librarians, it is similar to the ALA. As defined on the homepage, PsycINFO is an expansive extracting and indexing database with more than 3 million records devoted to peer-reviewed literature in the behavioral sciences and mental health, making it an ideal discovery and linking tools for scholarly research in a host of disciplines. What can you expect from PsycINFO? Okay, this is straight from the main page there. Comprehensive coverage. More than 3.4 million records covering psychology back to its underpinnings in the 17th century. Records for peer-reviewed journals, books, and dissertations. Professional coverage beyond psychology to include related disciplines such as medicine, law, social work, neuroscience, business, nursing, forensics, engineering, and more. It has high quality records, meticulously indexed by subject experts at APA. Extensive pre-release quality assurance and post-release record monitoring ensures high, relevant, and accurate results. Immediate coverage of correction and retraction notices indexed and cross-referenced to original record. Authoritative publications. Each publication indexed in PsycINFO has been carefully selected by a team of experts for relevance. Direction advised by esteemed scholars, scientists, and librarians within APA's membership and the library community. Additional features included within the PsycINFO database are fully integrated linking tools such as direct links to available full-text journal articles, books, and book chapters, links to other works by the same author, cited by links to track the genealogy of a body of work. Other important features such as more than 50 million cited references, including almost 3 million from the period 1920 to 1999, grant and sponsorship data, a tests and measures field to help locate specific tests, indexing for first posting records yields access to earliest publication of journal articles, publication history to track submission, acceptance, and publication dates. Okay, if you decide to conduct a search from the APA site, this is what it looks like. Let's do a search for cognitive behavioral theory and depression with the Boolean word "and." Notice the results show hits in all of the databases under the APA umbrella. If you notice on the right hand side of the screen, it says purchase PDF. So these articles are not for free. If you want to see the results for only PsycINFO, you'd have to click on that tab. Alright, so after clicking on the tab, you can notice that there isn't anything listed on here. No articles, no abstracts. All it's listed is a subscription to add to the cart. Access to PsycINFO is a paid subscription. To gain access to PsycINFO, individuals have to pay for a subscription. Included in this subscription is access to all of the APA databases, not just PsycINFO. If you happen to be representing an institution, you have to obtain a license through a vendor. This is the list of vendors. Fortunately for SGSU, the SGSU library has acquired a license through EBSCO. This is the main page for PsycINFO through EBSCO. SGSU students can have access to the PsycINFO database through the SGSU library's website. If you click under databases, then psychology, then you'll see a link for PsycINFO, and it'll lead you to this page, hosted by EBSCO. So let's try our search again using the same terms that we tried using on the APA website. Cognitive behavioral therapy, depression with a Boolean and. Let's see how it does. So here we have our results, and if you look to the left, you can see how many hits that we got. 2,547 results for cognitive behavioral therapy and depression. We can refine our results by selecting scholarly journals, peer-reviewed, full text, references available, or we can select any combination of those. This then results in 587 hits. That includes scholarly journals, full text, and references available. These hits are all for articles that any SGSU student will have access to if they need anything on cognitive behavioral therapy and depression. Okay, let's try this with a larger platform. Let's try it with Google. See what comes up if we enter in cognitive behavioral theory and depression. This search results in 31,500 hits. As we know with Google, it isn't always 100% accurate, or that it includes everything. It's so all-encompassing that it's hard to specify and narrow it down to like quality information, because it includes so much. Let's try the search again, but have full text article at the end of the terms and see how many that results. As you can see, it resulted in 24,600,000 hits. That's quite a bit more than what we had on the previous search. I'm guessing it's because full text article adds so much more that it wasn't a specific term within quotes or a boolean added to it, so it includes everything that says full text article in it, which that's enormous. I can almost guarantee you that most of these links would be pretty much unusable for any type of research that someone is doing for cognitive behavioral theory and depression. Let's try the same search with Google Scholar. It looks to be about 1,960 results. Again, we don't know the quality of these articles. We don't know if they're peer reviewed. We don't know the accuracy. It is definitely something that if any sort of researcher wanted to use any of this material, they would have to really look into it and see how accurate it is and what it measures up against, and maybe check the credibility of the author. Then after we try it with full text article tacked on to the end, it comes up with 160 results. That's pretty good. It's not quite as good as how many we're able to find on PsycINFO. And again, we don't know quite the credibility of these articles. They're probably pretty good. Like if you look at the one listed at the top, in the little abstract, it mentions that it is from a peer-reviewed journal. So that's good. It's usable for academics. But then again, we don't fully know until we actually read the article or whoever's doing the research. PsycINFO and the reference librarian. So the reference librarian can be very helpful with the researcher when it comes to using the PsycINFO database. The most obvious factor is that most likely the reference librarian has access to PsycINFO through the institution that the reference librarian works for. That may not always be the case, but it's a good chance that the institution subscribes or has a license through a vendor that provides access to PsycINFO. A librarian can also help a researcher find information concerning topics within psychology or other related topics dealing with health. This includes abstracts and full text articles. And then the librarian can also use their general skills, such as using Boolean terminology. I would have to say the biggest drawback to using the PsycINFO database would it definitely be the subscription fee, the cost to use it. You can't just have access to it whenever you want, which is understandable. But let's say you're researching, but you don't have access to the SGSU library or any other institution that who may have purchased a license. This concludes this presentation on the PsycINFO database. Thank you for viewing.